My name is Jihad. I'm here in relationship to the incidents that occurred on October the 28th after the assassination and murder of Imam Lukman Abdul. That evening, I was on the porch of the mosque located at 4017 Claremont Avenue. It was the time for our evening prayer. The sun had just gone down. It was just about dusk dark. And I was doing security on the porch. The security's function at the mosque is to watch the cars of the brothers while we're inside praying. We're about 3 houses off the corner of Homer. At this particular time, I started to notice quite a number of police units converging from different directions on the next block at a storefront vacant lot on the next block over. You know, it was highly unusual to see this many police cars, so I just out of pure curiosity, I approached the corner to investigate and observe. So I walked over to the corner. At this particular time, there was an individual who was crossing my path in plain clothes. He might have been an officer, an agent, or news reporter, I don't know. But I questioned him. I said, "What's the deal with all the police cars?" He said, "Oh, nothing important. Somebody got beat up." I asked him, I said, "Well, did they die?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, I mean, that's, you know, police this is Joy Road. People get beat up over here all the time. The police don't even come. I mean, what's with all the police?" He looked at me and walked away. At this particular time, I had already counted up to about 12 police units, and there were more coming. I proceeded a little further toward Joy Road, and I was counting. At that point, I got to about 18, and I happened to look to my right, and there was a Channel 2 news camera filming me. So I walked away. I went back to the mosque. Almost simultaneously, as I got to the porch of the mosque and put my foot on the step, I turned around, and all these units were coming around the corner. Now, I may have been naive, but at that particular time, that was when I realized all that activity was directed at the mosque. So, I mean, I'm shocked. I see all these police coming around the corner. There are police on foot coming from around the corner also. Let me say this first. When this happened, I alerted the people inside. The police out front, mind you, we had just had someone killed that morning. And once I realized that this activity is directed toward the mosque, it's my duty to inform the people inside that we have a police presence, a large police presence out front. So I stepped back, I alerted the people inside. At that time, the police were exiting their units with shotguns drawn. The police who came around the corner came out across the street, and the Channel 2 News was setting up across the street. I stepped back again. Now I'm nervous. They approached the porch, and they surrounded the porch in a half moon shape, and they ordered me off the porch on the ground, put my hands behind my head and crossed my feet. I asked the officer, I said, "Why?" He said, "Because we told you to." That's not really a good reason. I mean, I'm on the porch. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm on the mosque. And may I add this also, I do work in the legal field. I work for attorneys. I'm a paralegal, and I am aware of the 5 exceptionary rules for a warrantless search. And at this particular point, I didn't know it at that time, but they were supposedly looking for a particular individual. There was no hot pursuit involved, so there was no reason for them to pull me off. I'm not the individual. I didn't fit the description, and they know. Well, let me get this. As I came off the porch, I asked them, "So that's not a good reason, officer."
Jihad, I want you to.
Okay, make it real condensed. Thank you. They cocked their weapons, told me, "We're not going to tell you the same thing twice again." Off the porch. So I came down. I got on the ground, crossed my feet. One of the officers said, tell him to move away from the porch a little further. He said, "Come out this way." I said, "What do you want me to do, crawl?" That's where it stops. I don't want to be on the ground anyway. I'm not going to crawl. I have to admit that there was one sergeant there who was very professional. He exited his vehicle and came over and got down on the ground with me and said, "Sir, it's not our intention to mistreat anybody." You know, I said, "Well, I can't tell. I mean, look where I'm at. I'm on the ground." He helped me up. He asked me, he said, well, he informed me first before he helped me up. He said, "Well, we have information that somebody we're looking for just came in the building. A number of people just came into this building." I said, "Man, look, excuse my language. I'm not gonna say that. I said, look, that's BS. I said, this is a mosque.
You gotta close it up, brother.
I'm closing up right now. So this is a mosque, and we get a group of people come here 5 times every day. We're not out here beating up anybody. Make a long story short, he asked me, could he come in? I told him, I can't stop you, but let me escort you. He came in, he looked around, he didn't see the person he was looking for. He asked me outside, he apologized. But at this, I'm telling you that because he did this. He was very professional, and I'm very grateful for him toward him. But I felt that my life was at risk. Had the situation transpired differently, I was told from another police officer a couple of weeks later at another mosque who was an ex-police officer, that he had spoken with some police officers that there that night, and their intention was to hurt me. Because their intention was to raid the mosque, and my presence on the porch thwarted that opportunity because they had the whole building and the whole area surrounded. And I think that was very, very. I don't know what terminology he even put with it, but I know it was wrong. I wanted to report that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. I understand. I'm not just telling you that. I'm a pastor, and I understand exactly. In fact, I think when they brought the cameras in, I think they had you on camera as a matter of fact.
Yes, sir. I'm somewhat of a celebrity now, right?
Right. We appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the balance of your report. Thank you. There be no others. Meeting adjourned.